We're going to read some more from 100 verses from Old Japan. This was found this on, it's on the Internet Archive, actually. This is Ozumi Sabuki. Now, actually, who is this lady? Is she the thing? Let's see who she is. A lady was the daughter of Masami Yoni and the wife of Mishisada Tachibana, governor of Asumi. Hence her name, and also was the mother of the author of verse. She lived about the latter end of the 10th century, was one of the lady poets, and gave distinction to the period. Her verse was addressed to her husband and lover just before her death, to her husband or lover. In the illustration, we see her on her deathbed with two servants in the foreground. My life is drawing to a close. I cannot longer stay. Pleasant memory of thee I fain will take away. So visit me, I pray. Shikibu is the lady. Murasaki Shikibu. Thought she wrote the tale of Genji. This lady lost her mother when very young, and her father, her skill at composing verses. She is famous in Japanese literature as the authoress of Genji Monogatari, which is Mandi Gantara must be the tales of Genji.
What's her name?
She's the major author of a novel called The Tale of Genji. She's a poet too, and she has poetry in the book, I believe. But I don't know that book. But it says, Poem 57, I wandered forth this moonlight night, and someone hurried by. But who it was I could not see. Clouds driving over the sky obscured the moon on high. Yeah, she's the one. What's her what?
Name?
Murasaki Shabuki Babuku Shikibu. Murasaki Shikibu. She wrote Genji Monogatari, historical work in 54 sections, which is the tale of Genji, really. It's a very long novel there, and they even do multiple generations. So they'll have this couple, and then they have the couple's kids, and then they have. That's a long book.
It's one author.
Well, they think so. Some think so, and others think somebody continued it. And they're not sure, but that mostly this woman, it's written by this woman, who is, she is, in the book, is like the principal lover of Genji, but Genji, of course, has others, and it's romantic where it's really like Don Juan or something, where he's pursuing ladies and he's a playboy. It's like she is like the Jane Austen of ancient Japan, where she talks about the intrigues of the royal court and all the playing around and the aristocracy's games of love. But there's also Buddhism, and she's like a Buddhist, and they see beauty as like if you're beautiful, it's because you were virtuous in your prior life. So they view things, and they apply it to both men and women. So there's the whole culture of Japan can be seen within that work. But I'm going to read more poetry. This one is called Poem 58. As fickle as the mountain gust that on the moor I've met, 'twere best to think no more of thee and let thee go, but yet I never can forget. These poems are kind of from that era when they're, you had to, when you pursued a, you were flirting with a woman, you would write her poetry. You had to write it well or you were just no good. If you don't write poetry, you can't have any fun. So, you had no class.
Since we are of that century,
We are.
that's how we met.
From poetry.
Been good. Write poetry for a long time.
Writing poetry. Reading Greek poets or
But we've been writing to each other.
then writing to each other. Yeah. This one is called Waiting and Hoping for Thy Step. Sleepless in bed I lie, all through the night till the moon, leaving her post on high, slips sideways down the sky. The writer's again a lady, and she's said to have addressed the verse to Michikanaka Fujiwara. These are like, they're writing love notes, basically. Who knows? Here we have a lady in waiting, Koshikibu. But is she different than the other one? Koshikibu was the daughter of the writer of verse 56. Getting help from her mother in composing poetry. Is she the daughter of the one who wrote the Tale of Kenjis? Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, her poetry says, so long and dreary is the road that I have never been to Ama no Hashidate. Pray, how could I have seen the verses that you mean? So long and dreary is the road that I have never been to Amanacha. Pray, how could I have seen the verses that you mean? I have not walked to or seen whatever she's saying. The Lady Isshuu, we've heard of her. Isshuu. She, Poem 61. The Lady Isshuu is another famous literary woman. You like these literary women? You might learn something from them, huh? She says, the double cherry trees which grow at Nara in past days now beautify this palace, and their blossoms all ablaze perfume the royal ways. The double cherry trees which grow at Nara in past days now beautify this palace, and their blossoms all ablaze perfume the royal ways. Lady C says, Lady C was a daughter. These are family people, yeah. She's the daughter of another poet. She says, too long tonight you've lingered here, and though you imitate the crowing of a cock, 'tis not, till not unlock the toll bar gate, Till daylight must you wait. He can't get out. A storybook. Oh, she's the authoress of Mikura no Shoshi, the storybook to keep under one's pillow. You may have heard of the pillow book.
Mm-mm.
There's a pillow book, and it's kind of about love, erotic love. She was with the writer of verse 57, one of the greatest of the Japanese authors. She was waiting, and retired. There's a verse with reference to the Chinese story, Tanju, who was shut up with his retainers in the town of Kangkok, and the gates were closed from sunset to cockcrow. But during the night, one of the prince's followers so successfully imitated the crowing of a cock that the guards, thinking it was daybreak, opened the gates, and the fugitives escaped under cover of darkness. It is related that the emperor once noticed Lady Say admiring the freshly fallen snow and asked, "How is the snow Koroho?" She was once raised the window curtains, showing that she recognized the allusion to the verse, "The snow of Koroho is seen by raising the curtains." And then there's a picture of a crow here at the gate. And we read this poem again. "Too long tonight you've lingered here, and though you imitate the crowing of a cock, 'twill not unlock the toll bar gate. Till daylight must you wait." Now we have Shinto official meet. He says, "If we could meet in privacy, where no one else could see, softly I'd whisper in thy ear this little word from me. I'm dying, love, for thee." He fell in love with the Princess Masada Sako. Alright. Next poem. "So thickly lies the morning mist that I can scarcely see the fishnets on the river bank. The river of Uji, past daybreak, though it be." Sagami. This is a lady too. She says, "Be not displeased, but pardon me, if still my tears overflow, my lover's gone, and my good name, which once I valued so, I fear must also go." The poem verses composed at an imperial poetic contest. The incidents mentioned in the verses are not all supposed to be really taken place. Many of the poems included the ones. But that is a lady's poem, Sagami. We're reading from 100 verses of the old Japanese, which we got from the Internet Archive. See? Third reading, maybe.